An early Christmas breakfast has seen put together for 300 children from the area was followed by the handing out of gifts. A memorial lecture will be delivered by Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane at midday. Fundiswa Mhlekude is there for us now. Fundiswa, good morning to you. Let's see, talk to us about the activities that we've seen so far this morning.
Thank you very much, Naledi. Since this morning, the children have been enjoying themselves. There are things that they were given, toys, they've been given food, and we've been told that by the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Museum that they've selected these children from surrounding early childhood development centers from surrounding villages like Unu, Khwili, Mqhekezweni. Those are the villages that the late Tata Nelson Mandela walked, and they say these children come from very poor background, and they are going to make sure that not only do they give them early Christmas, they will also make sure that next year when they go back to school, they also provide them with school uniform as well as other school necessities. But with me right now is the ever so beautiful Ndileka Mandela, the granddaughter of the late former President Nelson Mandela. Ndindi, sorry for keeping you waiting.
No, that's fine.
Please tell us, what is today all about?
Well, it's about reviving the spirit of the Christmas parties that Granddad have, where we would invite people from the villages to give them gifts and also tools for school. So we thought that's important that on the 10th commemoration of his death, let us revive that spirit of him, you know, the love that he had for children. That's what's happening with these children from the different villages like you're mentioning, from Khwili, Mqhekezweni, Ekunu, which are the touch points where Granddad grew up. These are from the early child development centers.
And Sis Ndindi, earlier on, we were speaking to the people of Kunu. They were saying that they are very happy because this thing of giving children food and gifts was Tata Mandela's love. But they were saying that it was slowly but surely disappearing. So how can you, what can you say about that? Because really we used to come to Kunu during Christmas to see children enjoy themselves, and that was slowly disappearing. What was happening?
Well, the reason for that is that it became too big, and only people would travel from other parts of the country. People were coming from Cape Town, people were coming from Limpopo to come and camp. And the last incidents when Granddad and his team and his advisors, you know, stopped it was when there was a stampede, because people had parked outside the house, and when they opened the gate, there was a rush to go to get the toys, and there was a serious injuries among the children. That's why then it was stopped, because of that. It became just too big to manage.
Now let's talk about the issue of Tata Mandela's grave not open for public viewing. As a family, are you ready for it to one day become available for public viewing?
Yes, one day it will become. We're just really organizing ourselves as a family, because, you know, we want this to embody what our grandfather lived for, to have the touch points of his life as you go around it, because it will be like a memorial garden, a place of pilgrimage, a place for people to reflect. So we're busy. It's not an easy thing to do. You know, if I remember with Diana, it was also similarly open. Diana's resting place was open maybe 10, 12 years after her passing. So similarly, it takes a lot to organize something like that, but one day it will be open.
Thank you very much, Sis Ndileka. The the granddaughter rather of the late former President Nelson Mandela. We are hoping that really the family will come to a decision to make sure that Tata Mandela's grave is finally open for public viewing. That will be helpful because it will also attract tourists to the village of Qunu, and that will be very good for the economy, not only of Qunu but of the country as well. And we are told that the MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture, Umam Konziwe, is also here. We will be talking to her because there are many activities that were done in honor of Mthatha Mandela, like the Heroes Marathon. That is also fading. I think it's been 3-4 years without it, and I'm sure she will be telling us why was it stopped. Back to you, Naledi, in studio.
That day, our reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude speaking to us from Qunu in the Eastern Cape.